to Beyond the Badge, Female Voices in Corrections. I'm your host, Dalia Veronica. Today, we're launching a new segment called Breaking It Down. Instead of a traditional interview, we're having a real conversation about topics people often misunderstand in corrections. Joining me today is my good friend Thompson, and between the two of us, we've worked in jails, prisons, training, classifications, leadership roles in one of the most recognized jail systems in the country, Rikers Island. Today, we're breaking down one of the most common questions we hear. What's the difference between jail and prisons? Thompson, welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. Are you ready to break it down, girl?
I'm ready.
All right. So, when we first started, this podcast, we were doing interviews. I was doing interviews. We were talking about, people's experiences, females at that,
Right.
females' experiences, and you were one of my first to come onto the show. So I decided I need to have you as my co-host
Wow.
because we had a ball.
Thank you.
We had a ball.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, I appreciate you for taking your time out to come and sit with you.
Anytime.
So, topic 1. What's the biggest difference you think between jails and prisons?
I think the difference between the jail and the prisons, the jail, people are waiting to be sentenced,
Right.
go to trial. Some are in there for parole violations.
Mm-hmm.
Prison is, they done got their time. They in there. They're doing their time.
Yes.
They take it more seriously, I think, than the jails.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The jails, until they get their time, most of them are playing. They don't really take focus. They don't believe what's really about to happen.
Exactly.
So I think that's the difference to the prison and the jail. Prisons, they got their time. They know what they want to do, whether it's 1 year or 100 years or just natural life. They know what they got to do.
Exactly.
In the jails, they just wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when before I started in the jail system, I really didn't know what the difference was until I actually got into, the job and everything. And I was told that if you have 12 months or less, that's just regular jail time.
Yes.
But if you have a year or more, that's prison
Yeah,
time.
you can have like 366 days. You could go to the prison.
Right.
Because of that 1 day. But yes, if you have anything over a year, they could put you in prison.
In prison.
But what I noticed the difference about down in the jails down here in Virginia is that you could be sentenced and they wait at least 6 to 7 months before they send you to the prison.
Yes.
Which I find is crazy.
Yes. So that's something that I had just recently learned too, that DOC wants the inmates to be sentenced a minimum of 6 months before they are picked up.
Which to me is crazy because the longer they stay in the jail, then to me, I would think would be the jail responsibility if anything happened. Like if the inmate gets sick or have to have surgery. Now it's the jail that they're in responsibility to make sure they get their medical care. So that falls on that jail, not DOC.
Not DOC, yeah. I mean,
which is crazy.
Yeah, and you know
That's
what?
crazy
That
to
is
me.
because technically, once they have their time,
They should.
Yeah.
That's
and they are
something
considered,
to really think about.
Yes.
Because they are, and the inmate would say, I'm sentenced, I'm a DOC inmate.
Yes.
But you still got to abide by the rules of the jail that you're in.
Exactly. You still got to pay their $2 a day.
Yes. Which is another thing that I found weird and crazy because in certain states, well, I know in New York, the inmates don't pay
What?
They don't pay to stay there.
Wow.
But down here,
Yeah.
they pay. $2, they pay for their medicine.
Yes.
They pay for everything.
Wow. Wait, is New York a Commonwealth state?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
But yeah, the Commonwealth states, Virginia, Delaware, they pay too.
Yes. Wow. That is interesting. Very interesting. All right. What surprised you the most when you moved between the two environments?
What surprised me is that the setups, in the jails, like a lot of the jails down here, to my knowledge, a lot of times you're working in there by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To where the jail I came from, you're never in there by yourself. Like even when I worked on Rikers Island, your night shift, you will be in there like from midnight to 4, making your rounds by yourself or whatever. But at 4:15, you had an officer come in. But the inmates, like, they weren't out. Like, but down here, they're not out neither, but just to be in there by yourself.
Yes.
And another thing, down here, when fights break out, you don't try to stop them. You can't. You're not allowed to stop them. You have to call for assistance. So where the jails, you have to get involved. Big difference.
That is a very big difference.
Big difference, yes.
And I don't know. I guess I can't say I don't know if that's something I could have did. You don't know until you try it, right? So that's how you train. Like if that's how, you're learning that particular department's style, then it's not going to be like, oh, I don't know if I could do this.
Right, like even now, like sometimes I have to hold myself like to not get involved because I'm so used to like, you see a fight, you try to break it up and separate.
Yes.
But now you just like, stop. You call for assistance.
Yes.
If they're not stopping, then you spray them or whatever.
And that's only if you're certified.
Right, if you're certified.
To carry OC.
And that's another thing that I noticed down here. You could work into the jail for a year before, you have up to a year before they send you to be certified.
Yes.
So actually, you're in there and you just gotta go for what you know.
That's right.
You have nothing on your belt, but they give you handcuffs. Handcuffs with no OC.
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah. To me, that's the most craziest thing. To me, that they put you in there with nothing.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because a lot of people when they come and they see that, they're like, wait, I'm going in there with nothing? With nothing.
And I think that's what makes a lot of people, once they go in there and they're on their own, because they give you training, like you're with somebody, but once you leave and you're on your own, that's scary.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people like, I gotta second guess this. Is this really for me?
Yes. Especially as soon as the door closes.
As soon as the doors close. You hear that big bang. You like, well, where's the help?
Yes. But I was not in an environment like that. So I was used to being in there by myself.
I mean, that's something you got. It's just, I did it. But I guess it's from my background and from me working in the jail. So I really won't that scared. But for some people that's coming in there that's brand new to this, that's something for them to, and you see a lot of younger people. Because down here, they hire you at 18, 19. As long as you have a high school diploma, you can go in there.
Well, depending on the facility, too. Depending on the facility. So
some people was hired at 18. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
You ain't as bad as you thought you was. Yeah. That's really something to think about.
Yes.
So, what skills help officers succeed in each settings?
Settings? What skills? Well, in the setting that I came from, I feel like communication. I feel like that communication helped them succeed, because if you talk to somebody out of character and they're not coming at you that way, oh, you're going to get it back. So don't expect for you to talk to somebody one way and then expect for them to just to sit there.
I think, yeah, but I also think, like, you have to build certain kind of relationships. I mean, not relationships. Rapport.
Yes.
Right. You have to build a rapport with some of these inmates. Because some of these inmates, if you talk nice to them, they still walk over you. But if you talk like how they talk, like what they're used to,
yes,
you can get away with a lot of stuff. And two, you have to know your inmates.
You sure do.
You have to know your inmates. You always have to be fair and consistent at all. If you're fair and consistent, you'll have such a sweet day.
Yeah.
But you can't pick and choose who you gonna be nice to and who you not gonna be nice to. Like where I work, I try not to. It sound crazy. I try not to like know their cases. I really don't want to know their cases, but I do want to know who I'm around.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to see somebody in a different light.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they still human. At the end of the day, they haven't been sentenced.
Right.
And I mean, some people make mistakes. So, and some people are in there and just as innocent, but them charges that they facing is crazy.
Yes.
So sometimes you just got to be fair across the board.
Yeah.
If I say, no, I'm not giving you an extra tray, I'm not giving you an extra tray.
Exactly.
And I'm not giving you an extra tray.
Exactly.
I wouldn't care if I got 50 extra trays. Yeah. If I don't have 51 and it's 51 in your here, nobody gets an extra tray.
Exactly.
But you have some people that'll come in there and, because his cell look clean, he'll never give me no problem. If I ask him, I'm going to give him an extra tray. And that's that one day that you tell that same inmate that you gave an extra tray, no, you're going to be like, well, you been giving me the extra trays and you ain't say nothing. Okay, wait until your supervisor come, I'm going to tell.
Yep, exactly. Or, I didn't mean to cut you off, but they'll look and they'll be like, oh, I saw that.
Yes.
I just saw you give that person's tray to that person after you said
no.
But I've seen it before. I haven't done it, but I've seen it before.
I've seen inmates be like, oh, you could give Smith my tray. Give Smith my tray. And I'd be like, no.
No.
Why? I said, if you want Smith to have your tray, you come and get your tray. Because I've seen officers give Smith that tray, and when your supervisor come, they be like, oh, I didn't eat.
Exactly.
You ain't eat. You ain't Smith your tray.
Yes.
You told me to give Smith your tray. So, no, I'm not giving nobody your tray. Oh, I'm on the toilet. All right, well, when you get off the toilet, your tray will be right here waiting.
Exactly. You can come get that tray when you're done.
But you have to be fair. You have to know your inmates, and you gotta be firm too.
Right. Absolutely. Because if you're not, that's gonna kick you in the butt too.
And you, as an officer, have to be the same. You can't come in here today because you just got a bonus, or you just got your hair done, and you happy. And you treating the inmates good, and tomorrow you come in there because you done got hit with a bill at home.
Right.
And you come in there mad at, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Absolutely.
Because they see your strength, they see your weakness, they see all that, because that's their job. All them hours. They got 24 hours.
To study you. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they're going to tell you too.
Oh, they sure will.
Yeah.
They sure will.
Yeah. Don't come in here with an attitude because your hair ain't done. Yeah. It's funny, but they be serious.
No,
it's so serious.
Yes.
You had a bad night. You ain't eat.
What?
the stuff they say.
Yeah. And
sometimes it be true.
Right. And the thing is, like, the officers feed into it too.
Yeah.
They'll be like, man, yeah, I had a bad night.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't find my kids last night. My daughter was at the like, and they be like, I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Now what else happened?
What?
Cause now they hunting for stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as you don't get, you not letting me out. That's why your daughter ain't shit.
That's not funny, but it happens.
It's so true.
It happens.
But that's the environment we set ourselves up.
Yes.
We in there to do a job, and that's what we have to do, a job.
A job, yes.
And focus on it. Would you recommend jail or prison to a new officer, and why? You know what? I would think, to me,
Mm-hmm.
to try the jails first.
Right.
Try the jails and get your feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put it like this. For somebody who never worked in this field at all,
Right.
try a jail first and see how it is before you go into a prison. Because them prisons is totally different than the jail.
Mm-hmm.
You got people in there don't care about nobody's life.
Absolutely.
They care about absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the mindset,
Yeah. Or that backbone.
or that backbone,
Yeah.
the prison will eat you alive.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
If somebody facing life, what do they care about
No.
taking yours?
Exactly.
Because you went in there and was like, man, shut up. I don't care about you.
And they'll tell you too, oh, I'm facing life.
I care nothing about you.
Right.
So I would suggest I would try the jail first before I go into a prison.
Yeah. I agree with you too. I think I would recommend someone tries, starts off in the jail first.
And if you can handle the jail and want to go ahead to the prison because you feel you can handle it,
Mm-hmm.
then hats off. But you just got to remember, a lot of them guys have nothing
To lose.
Even the women.
Oh, yeah.
The women sometimes are worse than the guys. I would rather work with the guys than the women. To me, the women
Mm-hmm.
are so petty. To me, a lot of them is babyish.
I was about to say baby, yes.
They babies, and they figure because you're a woman and they're a woman that you should understand everything
that they're going through.
Yeah. I can understand, when you're on your cycle, but your attitude, your demeanor, like you wake up every morning mad at the world,
yes. And then they blame it on their mental health.
Every woman in there have mental health.
Yes.
Every woman in there is, and it's so, the guys, they want to hide their mental health, whatever. The women, she can't be with me because she crazy and I'm crazy and we can't be together. Like, don't pile in myself. Like, when this become the Marriott? Like,
exactly.
I know you paying, but you can't dictate who's going to be in your cell and who's not. Like, you're in jail.
Exactly.
And as soon as you tell them you getting a cellie or somebody just coming apart and they don't like because they had beef on the street, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, my gosh.
And whether we be like, she ain't really going to kill herself.
Right.
You have to take that serious.
Yes.
Because the one day that you be like, girl, that girl ain't going to kill herself.
Exactly.
You go in there and she done slit her wrist or hung herself or found some pills to overdose.
Yeah, something.
It's just crazy.
You have to take it seriously.
Yes.
And then sometimes you let your supervisor know, and then they'll be like, I didn't say that.
Right. I didn't say that then. Like, she misunderstood. I said that if they come in here, something's gonna happen. Like, what's gonna happen? I just be so confused. And then they need, I got a headache, I got cramps. When they could buy Tylenol and ibuprofen
yep.
off canteen,
yes.
but they rather bug the nurse and bug you all day long. The men you say, all right, you got a headache, go lay down. They laying down. Unless it's really, really something. They'd be like, officer, my head, I hate to bother you, but my head's been hurting me for 2 or 3 days. I know before I came in here, I was at the doctor and said I have high blood pressure. Then, but the females, God almighty.
Yes, exactly.
They the worst.
Yes, but I'm glad that the nursing staff, I'm glad that they tell them, put in a sick call.
Yeah, put in
you're
a sick
not
call.
going to get a Tylenol or ibuprofen because we don't know if you're allergic to it.
Exactly. Exactly. Then the females be like, well, I'm telling you I'm not allergic to nothing. But when you check your records, you said you was allergic when you came in.
Exactly.
Well, when I came in, I was under the influence. Girl, you signed paperwork. Like,
yes.
So give me the men any given time.
See, I don't know. I don't know. They both, yes, the women are more cattier, but I don't know.
One thing about the women, they not going to talk about fighting. They going to straight up fight.
Yes, they do it.
The men, you could be like, all right, okay. Them women, when they start fighting, it's a war in there. It's a war in there. The men, you could be like, all right, break it up.
Yes.
Stop. The women not stopping.
They're not. Girl, I remember one day, it was like 6:15. I said, ladies, we got 15 minutes left. Well, 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. I said, go ahead and do what you need to do. Warm whatever you need to warm up. Because when I call lockdown, it's lockdown time. I went to go do a round. I didn't hear no yelling. I didn't hear no banging on the door. I didn't hear anything. When I came out of that slider and I secured, they're fighting.
Yeah.
That was it.
Because they done sat there and watched the whole time. They waited for you to go walk away. The dudes, they going to talk because they want you to intervene.
Yes.
They don't really want to fight.
Yes.
Women do not care about fighting.
No.
They don't care about you taking all a canteen, all the stuff that they don't care about nothing. When they want to go at it, they're going to go at it.
When they're enraged, they're enraged. Yes.
The men, I'd be like, the men kind of think about it. It's only time I've really seen men go at it is probably they have been going at it all night. And you let them out and they just said, I had enough.
Exactly.
That's the only time. But when you tell them to stop, they will stop.
Yeah.
Them women is not, damn it, stopping at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then when you break the women up, they mad at you because you broke them up. And now they charging at you.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, give me the men. Give me the men over the women.
I think it just depends on a day. Like if I had worked, the whole weekend, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, give me a break. Put me somewhere else.
Don't do women.
Put me somewhere else. Yes.
Women are so catty. I really can't with the women.
Yeah.
I try. Mm-hmm. Like when I do work with women, I try to see like what led you here.
Right.
What decisions you can make better, especially the young ones. Mm-hmm. Like what could you have done differently? What just to hear them out, because when you're 18, 19 and you're in there and you're facing 10, 15 years and this is your first time, and then you talk about I got 3 kids. Like what are you going to change once you get out there?
Exactly.
What can you do better? How about, and I heard one said, I should have just listened to my mother. Your mother told you something and you didn't listen, and look where you at.
Where you at, exactly.
And now who got your kids? My mother.
Yeah.
Now who going through this time with you? My mother.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then you have the ones that are like, oh, I'm never coming back here. I'm going to worry about my kids. And then they go home.
And within 6 months, they're
right back.
Yeah. Oh, because it wasn't my fault.
Right.
It was my co-defendant fault.
Yeah.
It was, she didn't do this, or the co-defendant, the dude, when are we going to take responsibility for us? You just was in here 3 months ago and told me everything you was going to do better. What did you? I know I went around the same people.
Yes.
So when are you going to wake up?
Exactly. And then the ones with the baby. So I just had a baby a month ago. And then they're in there crying.
Oh, no, not only that. I need to go to the nurse. I need to breastfeed. Like, was you thinking about that? Breastfeeding at the time when you was out there committing that crime.
Right. Exactly. Nope.
So it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard. And once again, you have to have the heart to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be respectful.
Yeah.
You have to be disciplined in yourself.
Exactly.
Because if I'm not disciplined, I can't discipline somebody else.
Right.
If I'm always coming in late, and then I'm asking the inmate to get up to make his bed, he like, you just got here. You should have been here. And they pay attention to that.
They sure do.
They pay attention to all that.
They look at your uniform. They look at how you dress.
And they pay attention. Look, they telling me to clean my cell. Her uniform just as nasty.
Yeah.
What her house look like.
Right.
And then you have the inmate say, I don't clean in here because this is not my house. But it's your house while you're here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a lot.
It's
a lot. It's a lot. So I would tell a new officer, try the jail first and see if you could handle that. Mm-hmm. And if you want to go into the prisons, then by all means, go ahead. Because they need officers there too.
They do.
So
definitely, I do agree. I think I would want to work a geriatric ward.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in there with all them old people.
Yeah, I think I would want to do the geriatric ward. Now, when we went to when we had to take like inmates to the big hospitals and stuff like that, into the DOC section, I was like, oh, I think I could work here.
Nah, not all them old people. Different. They in jail. They got dementia. They got Alzheimer.
It's like working in a nursing home.
Yeah, they going to the bathroom on themselves. That unit probably stink.
Yeah, but
they trying to clean with they walker and pushing them. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
keep me in a regular unit. Keep me in a regular unit.
I think I would try that.
Yeah, I'm not trying that. I want the ones that can do for themselves.
Yeah,
we ain't gotta call a nurse every 10 minutes. No, you going in there and you don't know if they. I mean, even with the regular ones, sometimes you gotta look to see if they breathing. But they you really don't know. Nah, I'm not. I can't do that. I would not. I'd be at they cell like every 2 minutes. Like, is he breathing? Is banging? Now they cussing you out. I'm asleep. I've been up all night. No. Keep it. I don't want it.
I don't know. I guess we won't know. I guess we will not know.
No.
Yeah, I guess we will not know.
I'm not doing that. Did you have yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't want to work in the medical units. I don't.
Yeah, it's
the medical units they needy.
Yeah, very much.
They stink like hospitals. I don't even want to work.
And then having to do rounds every 10 minutes for someone who's on suicide watch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're getting up every 10 minutes.
You're not even sitting down. Don't even sit down.
Right.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking until you will burn calories.
Definitely.
You'll lose some weight.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Wait. Let me tell you one thing that used to get me though. Okay, so when you first come in, right, you do your first round of the day. You hit every door, even if there's no one in there, right? Mm-hmm. What used to burn me up was they still wanted us to hit the door when nobody was in there.
Yeah.
We are looking for live
breathing bodies. But somebody said you're also looking of
to make sure that the door is working properly.
But you could see the door working if you open it and close
exactly.
it. I think they said too. Somebody said that you're looking at the to make sure ain't no leaks or nothing in there.
Right.
Well, guess what? You'll find out if a leak is something in there when you put the MA in there. They tell you what's in there. No, you do a check like this.
Your first time.
When you first go in there and you do around and check your all your cells and all your toilets and all that.
Your first time.
I feel like it's no need to look in an empty cell, like to check it. It's nobody.
There's no bodies in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, that's protocol. It's some crazy.
DOC standard states that you have to be looking at a live flesh breathing body, not an empty cell.
Yeah, but
Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm done with that part.
I'm not going to miss
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Yes.
Woo. That's enough for the day. That's a lot. When you sit back and you really evaluate corrections.
Yes.
When you go into it, people just think, oh my God, you going in there and you got to watch over. But sometimes you learn a lot. Mm-hmm. You learn a lot from the inmates.
You definitely do.
You learn from your different co-workers or how different people work different things. What worked for you might not work for me.
Right.
What worked for me might not work.
Absolutely.
I could go in there and yell, and you could go in there and just as quiet. And they respond to you. But if I go in there quiet, they look like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you today?
It's like, it's crazy. And it's crazy because I was working this weekend. Of course, it's the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. You got to go to work on all the holidays.
Right.
If it's your day to work, you're working. You got to work,
yes.
I mean, you take the good with the bad. And that's another thing. If you're a person that's always celebrating the holidays and stuff like that, this job might not be for you. It's not for you.
Nope, not at all.
So I went in there and I thought I was giving them a break because it was a holiday. And, and I went in there and I was like, gentlemen, stand for count. And, some of them stood or whatever. And the ones who didn't, I banged on the door or whatever. And, they responded, whatever. So the crazy thing is when I let them out, when the inmates came over, he was like, are you all right today? And I said, yeah, why would you ask that? He was like, because I was waiting for you to say, stand for count. And you came in there to my gentleman, stand for count. Like, we heard you, but... are you okay? And I said, yes. He was like, shit, I thought the world was coming to the end. I said, are you serious? He was like, I was so used to that.
Because they know you.
And I said, you know what? I said, trust me, it will never happen again. I said, but it's the holiday, so I figured I was giving y'all a break. He said, please don't give me a break. And I said, okay. Then another inmate came and was like, T, you good today? And I said, I am. Why? You didn't yell. I said, I know, I just can't give y'all a break. All right, for now when I'm I don't care if it's a holiday or not. And they was like, yeah, but they're used to that.
Yeah, they know you.
They are used to that.
When you walk in, they'll be like, oh, Thompson's in here. All right, I know what to expect.
Yes. Like, they'll say, Thompson in here, I know we got to be on our best behavior. Mm-hmm. Like, I was talking to the inmate, and I said, why are you upstairs? He said, damn, well, aren't you talking to the inmate? I said, I got 4 eyes for a reason. Now, if you don't live upstairs, please come downstairs.
Yes.
Why are you in that cell? They're like, God damn, I don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Because y'all not missing a beat.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
They used to be like, you must have kids or something, because...
yeah, they say stuff like that.
You just be paying attention to everything. You don't miss everything. You don't miss anything.
Yeah, and you gotta be like that. You definitely gotta. Your head gotta be on a swivel. Like I can be sitting down, and I hear somebody raise their voice. I just stand up. Yeah, like ain't nothing going on, but you raise your voice. Yes. So I don't know. I'm watching, and if you don't have all that, it might not be the job for you.
Right. Yes.
If you're a family person that always gotta be at everything the family has,
every function,
this is not for you. Because you're going to miss kids' birthdays. Mm-hmm. You're going to miss Thanksgiving. You're going to miss anniversaries.
Christmas.
Shit, you might miss some damn graduations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
if your kids play sports.
Yeah.
guess what? If you're working that day,
And if you don't have a good family support system,
Yeah.
that plays a big part. You have to have a good family support system that if you ain't there, they taking pictures,
Yes.
they taking videos, and you just got to make up for the next go around.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. So,
That's a good one.
but on the good thing, if you're young
Mm-hmm.
and you could do this,
Yes.
20 and retire at
What?
40,
Yeah.
45, that's the best thing. So you got to sit there and say, do I really want to make this a career? Because to me, the hardest part of your job is getting there in the morning time.
Mhm.
Everything else, like you're going to have some bad days. You're going to go in there and the inmate's going to aggravate you. One of your coworkers going to do something that you don't like.
Definitely.
But long as you go home the same way you came in, that's a plus.
Yes,
that's all that matters.
Yes.
And you gotta have tough skin.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna call you everything but a child of God. You ugly, you fat. This one dude, he's always told me, you ugly with a mustache. I said, you think I ain't wake up in the morning knowing I had a mustache? I see that every morning. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm washing I know I have a mustache. I have a mustache ever since I was probably 3. Now, what's your problem? You're a grown man and ain't got no. What's the problem? Oh, you're jealous. So if you don't have that tough skin or whatever, if somebody say that to you and you go sit down and you crying, they know they got you.
They know they got you.
And they going to use that to their man. They going to tell every man, all you got to do is tell it this.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember when I had first started, and it was like maybe like a month when I was by myself. And one of the inmates was like, Miss Askew, you need to stop doing so much walking because you're losing your butt. I said, excuse me? I said, my husband loves it. Thank you very much.
And why are you watching?
Right.
Why are you watching me?
Like, I'm not here for you.
Yeah, that part.
That's what I'm not here for you.
But somebody would have been like, if you don't have tough skin, you be like, second, I don't have no butt. Man, I knew when I came in, I ain't had no butt. So, like anything they say, I come back at them like, you ugly. And your mother is too. So what's the difference between me and your mother? Oh, I got a job. And she don't. Like, it's stuff like that. And then they'll start laughing or whatever.
Right.
So I think, like, if you could go in there, like I say, I don't go in there to make their time hard.
Right.
I go and I help as many as I can. Like, I talk to them, like, because at the end of the day, they're still human. And you're not the judge or the jury.
Exactly.
So I had one inmate not too long ago. He came in, he was like, Thompson, do you believe in God? I said, of course I do. Now, where you going with this?
Right.
He was like, do you have faith? I said, yeah, but where you going with this? Because you asked me if I believe in God, and I see you pray to Islam. You're Muslim. So why are you worrying about me and God? He was like, can you pray for me? And I said, I pray for everybody every day.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, because I'm facing a lot of time. And I said, okay, but me praying for you, you have to be praying for yourself.
Yeah.
I said, not only can I pray for you, I said, but you have to go and redeem yourself to God.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask God for forgiveness. And he was like, yeah, I said, and you got to, you can't say, ask God to forgive you, and your mindset is like, I'm glad I did what I did or whatever. You got to have a clear conscience, and, you got to take everything to God. And he was like, yeah, you're right. So he walked away.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back, and he was like, Thompson, thank you for talking to me. And I was like, not a problem. He was like, it made me feel so much better. And, you really got me thinking. The wheels is turning. So I'm like, okay. I said, do you mind me asking, why are you in here? Did you kill somebody? He was like, no, I ain't killed nobody. He was like, but I hurt him real bad. He said, I shot somebody. And I was like, okay. I said, well, God has the final say.
Right.
He said, they trying to give me 73 years. I said, damn. I wanted to say, maybe you should have killed him. But I was like, damn, He was like, it's because of my record and stuff. I'm really not a bad dude. I said, well, from what I see you and hear, you stay to yourself. Like, you really don't bother nobody or whatever. So 2 days later, they called him for attorney visit. So he went out, and I said, just keep your head focused, just, And came back in. We came back in with tears in his eyes. I said, you all right? He was like, nah, you just let me in my cell. I'm like, nah, I'm not letting you in your cell. He was like, nah, Miss Thompson, just let me in your cell. I said, right now, my personal thing, I said, I'm not no psychiatrist or nothing, but my instinct is telling me that you don't need to be in your cell by yourself.
Right.
So just sit out here a little bit. So he sat out there, and one of the other inmates came, and he was like, let's see, is he all right? And I said, nah, he not, but go talk to him. So the dude went over there. I'm watching him. He goes in his cell. He comes out. He brings him some popcorn and a cake and all that. And the dude that, went out for the attorney visit, he said, could you open my cell? So I opened his cell. He put his stuff in, whatever. And he comes back out. So now he's sitting in front of the TV. So I thought it was good. So I go out and make my rounds. And he's sitting there crying. So he was sitting there crying. I called my supervisor. And I said to my supervisor, I explained everything or whatever. And my supervisor said, keep him out. And I'm going to let him talk to mental health. And I'm like, how long is mental health going?
Right. How long is it going to take?
Or whatever. She was like, I don't know, but, So he wound up, I kept going back, checking on him. So I wound up letting him in his cell or whatever. Because I didn't want him, a whole bunch of men seeing him cry.
Right. And
then to think they could take advantage of him. So I finally let him in when I felt that he was good, so he went in there and I said, well, mental health is going to come and talk to you. He was like, thank you so much. So I wound up, that was my last day. So on my days off, I prayed and everything. And I was like, God, just cover him and cover the officer because I didn't want him to try to take his life on that officer.
Yep.
So when I went back my next day or whatever, after I took my account, went straight to, I said, you good? He was like, I spoke to somebody. He was like, ain't much they could do, but just speaking to somebody who don't really know me and don't really know my case and hear me out. He said, I felt so much better. And he said, thank you. He said, because not everybody would have even been paying attention.
Right.
I said, I pay attention to all that because what I don't want is somebody to die on my watch, or hurt themselves, or hurt somebody else on my watch. Yeah. And I said, just keep your faith. He was like, yo, that really means a lot to me. And we need more officers like that. And I said, you only go and get what you put out.
Right. That is true.
And that's what I left him with. So I just pray that, that everything be all right for him. Because he 50-something and 70-something years. They might as well just say, we just going to give you life. Don't even put no numbers on it. Just give him life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All right. Next segment, myth or facts?
So, they say, detainees in jails have already been convicted. What you think that is? A myth or fact?
Myth.
It is.
Because?
A detainee... Wait, it said detainee in jails have already been convicted. No, a lot of them haven't been convicted.
Right.
They're waiting to be convicted.
Right.
But you know what's crazy too? What I find is crazy? That they'll bring a parole violator in here who already has been convicted, served time, but now is out on probation or parole.
Right.
And now they're in a jail with regular inmates that are waiting to be convicted.
Yes.
And there's no separation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know like one of the guys, he was already out on parole, federal charges or whatever. I seen him like 4 months later.
Back in.
Yes. Brought him back to the jail. I guess he went to court, little while, after that. And then feds came back and got him.
Right, but the whole thing about it, he's in a
regular.
Regular.
Yeah.
So he's teaching them ones, getting them ready to go do time.
Yeah.
But then they try to. It's so hard because they know they on just a parole hold or parole violation.
Right.
So they don't even really want to abide by the rules that we already have. So it's hard. I think what they need to do is start separating them.
Mm-hmm.
Separating them.
Mm-hmm.
They maybe need to build a jail just for violations.
Yeah.
People that violate.
Maybe a section. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's so different and so hard.
Yeah.
Because they know the rules. They know, and they want to abide by. They don't want to abide by the rules that's for a person that's not convicted.
Right.
But you in the jail with a person that's not convicted.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they don't have to pay the $2, right?
They don't.
Nope, they sure don't.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy. Mm. But then the ones that's paying the $2 a day, that has a balance, that don't want to pay the jail, they still shop because they allow them to shop off them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still committing crimes. Still committing crimes. Oof. So, prison house individuals serving long sentences. Fact or myth?
Prison housed individuals serving longer sentences. Yes, it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. Because they're already sentenced.
They're already sentenced.
So.
Anything of a year
yes,
or more.
A year or more.
Yes.
But like we had talked about before, they could still be sentenced and still be sitting in a jailhouse waiting to be picked up.
Yeah. Because they could be sentenced on one charge and have other charges
pending. Yep.
So that's, to me, once they sentence, send them up the road, send them to the prison, and if they got to come back, let them come back.
Right.
Let them come back.
I think is having to transport that individual too.
That's okay, though.
So.
Because they are, to me, and this is just me, I could be wrong on 110%. To me, when you have them sitting there and they already sentenced, they already got a DOC number, they are more a liability to that jail that's holding them.
And they already have it in their minds that,
right,
I'm going to do whatever I need to do.
Whatever I want to do. Because they want to get back to the prison. Some of them want to get back to the prison.
Yes.
So they fighting.
Yes.
They're just doing little stuff that they know will get them back to the prison.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, if they sentence and they got other cases, let them go to the prison. Let them start their time.
But then I guess, too, it's also if the prison has room.
I don't see why prison shouldn't have room.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't see why a prison should not have room if they have different, like a medium, a max. You know. You already know that this inmate was found guilty.
Right.
He has a DOC number. Make room. Because now we have to make room for your inmate.
Yeah.
No. Get them out of there. They become liabilities.
Yeah.
They wind up hurting inmates that are not convicted.
Right.
And then if that non-convicted inmate wants to file charges, who do they file charges on? The jail that's holding the other inmate.
Yeah. And then that makes them stay there longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. And it makes our job harder because they always say, I'm DOC.
Right. Yes.
I'm DOC.
Yes.
I shouldn't even be here. So in DOC, I get this and I get that and this, that, and the other. And they expect the same thing that they will be getting from DOC. Yeah.
But they're not. They don't get it. No.
They don't.
No. Yeah.
And then they'll say, you're violating my rights.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah. Working in jail is easier than working in a prison. a myth or a fact?
That one, I think it'll be about the same. It's a myth.
It's a myth,
Yes.
but I think it is, it's according to you. It's
Right.
according to the individual.
Right.
Because, some days working in a jail could be easy. Some days working in the prison could be easy.
Yeah.
It depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
The energy you give off when you go to work. That's like working in a regular doctor's office in a mental health place.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on the energy you give.
Yeah.
If you go in there mad and rude and disrespectful, you're going to get what you want to get. That's anywhere, though.
That's anywhere, exactly.
The only difference, but you know what? I was going to say the only difference is that a prison, they sentence already.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care.
Right.
But you have some people in the jail that know that in their mind, they know that they're not going home anyway, so they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, exactly.
So they'll cause harm to you anyway.
Yeah.
Or I guess it depends on the individual.
It does, yeah. It does. It depends on it. That's why I said I feel like it's a myth because,
Yeah, it depends on individual. It depends on the jails. It depends on the prison. It depends on the administrative. It depends on a lot.
Yes. Yes,
but
absolutely.
if you go in there and do what you're supposed to do, if an inmate needs to go to the law library and you make the phone call and then other officers say no and you say, well, I called and they say no, you did your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you call and they say, my tooth is bothering me, you call a nurse and the nurse say, come down or don't come down. Or the nurse tell them to come down and they don't do nothing.
Right.
You did your job.
You did,
so that inmate is going to be like, all right, even in the prison, if you do what you're supposed to do, so it depends on you.
Yeah,
do your job and you're going to have a good day.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. So every correctional facility operates the same. Myth or fact?
That's a myth.
Absolutely.
That's a myth.
Yeah.
That's a myth. Yeah.
What's your take on it?
I don't see. It depends. It depends on who's funding the jails, who's funding it. Like I know certain places the sheriffs run the jail. Not the deputy sheriffs.
Yep.
So you got deputy sheriffs. They ain't gonna run it like a correction officer would run it because they have more power than, and the rules are different.
Yeah.
So I think that everything should be
the same across the board. Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a myth. They don't run everything the same.
I think like a regional jail is not ran like a regular jail.
No.
And we know DOC, a prison, ain't ran like.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
exactly. And like I've learned from several different like officers that have come, they've stated that, oh yeah, like where I used to work at, in the evening times, like after dinner trays, the inmates can walk around in their t-shirts and shorts.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's something that I had asked about a long time ago, and they were like, no.
So I also know, it's crazy because they used to say you get 3 hots in a cot. But no, you don't.
You don't.
You just get 3 meals.
Yes, absolutely.
3 meals. So it's not like. And then I heard from like some of the inmates, oh, I can't wait to go to that jail. I'll be like, why? Because man, they give us bag lunches, and I prefer bag lunches over this mess. Because,
oh wow.
I'm gonna get bread. I'm gonna get my fruit. I'm gonna get my mayonnaise and stuff. I'm like, wow, like,
okay.
Yeah, like I'm like, what, like.
That's.
And then I heard like some like on the weekends, some jails will give them on Saturday and Sunday just cereal. Some jails will give them hot meals.
Wow.
So it's like a big difference.
Yeah, it's
like
yeah.
Some of the inmates will be like, it don't matter what the weather is. We could go outside.
Go outside, yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. So okay. Women can be just as successful in correction corrections leadership as men, myth or fact?
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
We can do anything.
Yes.
You can do.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. You know, we may not be stronger, than the men.
But you can't say that.
Well, physically.
I seen some women in there take some men down.
I've seen some women take some men down.
I done seen it.
But,
it ain't here. I see some women in the gym more than the men in the gym. So
yeah,
I think too, like a lot of women don't go in there where I know it all.
Right.
So with them, a lot of the men be like, I know, you can't tell me this, and a lot of them don't want to sit down and listen.
Listen and learn. Exactly.
And learn.
One thing that I learned from my sister that's in the Army, she always says this quote, and I hope I say it right. She said, listen to receive and not
receive to listen.
Dang. She said, listen to receive and not. Dang.
Well,
I'm gonna have to
next time write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yes.
Next time write
it down.
I'm
gonna have to write it down.
Yeah, I think women are more sensitive to listening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, and they'll some men will be like, "No, y'all just gullible." No, you have to sit down and listen.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Exactly.
Listen sometimes.
Yes.
Because here, in my opinion, like. I could say something and you could sit there and be like, oh yeah, that might be right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, but nah, y'all just want to go like, nah, it's this way and that's the only way. And it's been that way for years.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's time for a change.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time for a change. Like, men are so insensitive. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they always hard. Like you don't always gotta be
have
hard.
to be that way. Exactly. And a lot of people, like throughout my career, my time, they used to be like, oh, you're too nice. Well, I get the job done the way I get the job done. You get the job done the way you get the job done.
Yeah.
And like you stated earlier, you can't act like me and I can't act like you.
Exactly.
But they also used to say, well, if you don't get grievances in your name, then that means you're not doing your job. That's not true.
No, that don't mean anything. How about, because I am doing my job.
Right.
How about I am doing my job? And if you come in my unit and my unit is clean and the inmates is not, as soon as a supervisor come in there like, oh, I need to talk to you. And you're sitting there entertaining instead of saying, did you speak to the officer?
Right.
And they be like, yeah, but they not doing it. Well, did you put in a grievance or something? No, but I figured then it's nothing to talk about. But you have some supervisors will come in and be like, yeah, let me entertain it.
Right.
And no, like,
yeah.
Like I have people say, oh, she just mean and nasty. No, I'm just stern.
Yeah.
And once you get to know me, I'm the sweetest person there is. I'm going to do my job and that's that.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be like, oh, I want her on my team. No, you ain't like
Absolutely.
I had a nasty attitude.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
I'm disrespectful. But I don't call you for nothing. If I call you, it's because it's something I really, really can't handle.
Yes.
Like, prime example, not too long ago, I was working and I called a code.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in there like, we had to come because it was Thompson. She never called. I said,
never called.
The only reason why I called, because I had 2 mental health people about to fight. Could you explain to me how that would have been?
Right.
Both of them, with no certified mental health, was spitting on each other.
Oh my God.
So what I did, I called for help because guess what? I'd rather you intervene before it gets to the actual fighting.
Yes.
Because sometimes that spray ain't working on their mental health person. Now you done sprayed. Now the whole unit is coughing, trying to lock everybody down. So I called them. And they was like, yeah, that was a good call. But if it was a man, I think the man would have just wouldn't call and would have let them go at it, and then now we going in there to deal with a whole bunch of craziness.
Yeah, trying to break them up.
And that's once again knowing your inmates.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
I'm not fighting the crazy ones. I can't do it.
Pick and choose your battles.
Yeah.
All right. What What's the biggest adjustment going from one jail to another jail? The biggest adjustment for you?
Getting to know the jail.
Mm-hmm.
The system on how it runs. Because if you're used to, now I work 3 different jails. If you used to working one jail one way,
Right.
like I was used to having a partner in there with me.
Yes.
To come down to now I don't have a partner.
Right.
That was like,
yeah.
So I'm actually in here. And if something happened, where do I go?
Right.
Yeah. So that was in each jail that was different.
Yeah.
Like come from having a partner to not having a partner, then going to another jail where you have a partner on the outside, but y'all go into 2 different units.
Right.
So it's not like we're in this. We come out the units and we in our little office together.
Yes.
But when we go back to make our rounds, we're in there.
Okay.
And the units is basically so small you can touch the walls.
Wow.
So you're in there, which is crazy because I left Rikers Island from being between cells and dorms. Came down here. Everything is a cell. Went to another jail when it was half cells and half dorms.
Wow. See, yeah, I didn't really get to experience that, but I did take a tour at another jail, and they were actually a Lanier-style jail with the bars. You know, so I was like, oh, okay. So you're not actually like direct supervision where you're actually in the pod with them. So that was a little bit different for me.
So when I first started years ago, the jail I trained at, I did my OJT, was bars.
Okay.
So the bars was like here on this wall, and it was like tables and stuff there, and you walk, but it was crazy. It was like an old jail, and you had to like open the box to turn the wheel to open the cells and stuff. And I was actually like kind of scared because I'm like in the middle of the night they could grab you and stuff like because it was bars like they could reach you and stuff like that. And then to go to another jail where it's cells, and then you go to another jail where it's dorm areas and stuff like that. So it was like a different adjustment.
Yeah.
But then I came down here and the jail I worked at was all cells, which was kind of good or whatever. You have more leeway.
Okay.
Like, you know, they're not coming at you unless you let them out.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then when you let them out, like most of them was like kind of chill.
Yeah.
And then to go to the other jail where you could work this, and this is cells, and then you walk over to this part, the same, and it's dorms.
Wow.
So it was like the women were in the cells, and the men were in the dorm cells.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
And another thing, one of the jails I worked at, in the morning time they had like work release or whatever. They wanted the officer to give the inmates the medicine. I refused that. I'm not. They said it was like it would be like in a vanilla envelope, the little envelopes and officers would have to give the inmate. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. They was like, well, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not no doctor. I'm not giving them that.
A nurse, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was crazy. Yeah. So.
How did Rikers Island shape your perspective?
Oof. It taught me a lot. Like, always be aware of your surroundings. Like, always be firm, consistent. Listen. It made my listening like very well. Like it's a lot of stuff going on. You always gotta pay attention. You always have to be aware of your surroundings. To me, it made me a better. To me, Rikers Island made me a better person. As to where, like, on a regular job before I went to corrections, I was working in a law firm. I worked at the post office. I had different jobs, and you aware, but you're not aware.
Exactly.
like you could be having a good day, everything is good, and within a split second, somebody fight, somebody cut. Like your life could be taken.
Yeah.
Like it's a different beast.
It's a different beast.
And I always say, like, I feel if you could work Rikers Island, you could work any jail.
Yes.
I ain't saying prison.
Right.
You could work any jail. I mean, some people go work Rikers Island and then go ahead and work at prison, but it will teach you a lot about yourself too.
I love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay. So pretty much your time that you've had in the different facilities, I mean, you basically had some really good experiences.
Yes.
Learning, getting the knowledge of all the different systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. So, let me see. How did work and release different from any other assignment you worked?
Oh my gosh, I loved work release. Like you have to be very, very attentive. Like you have to be very, what is the word I'm looking for? Vigilant. With the work release inmates that we had, they were able to go to drive themselves as long as they had a driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make sure that the car that they were driving was either registered to them, or if it was registered to someone else, I had to get a notarized letter from that person stating that they are allowed to drive that vehicle.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that work release should be in a regular jail setting, or should work release be in a separate building?
I think work release should be in a separate building. In a separate building.
How do you think it affects being in the jail? Them coming back and forth in and out of the jail every day?
The contraband. Like, contraband is really, really big when it comes to outside detail, whether it's work release, workforce, it's the contraband. And the inmates pay attention. So if you have an officer who is complacent.
Yeah. I thought that was like so weird when I came down here.
Mm-hmm.
Because in New York, they have, like, if you go to work release, like, you're in a work release building.
Right.
Like, you go to that, they release you and you go there, and of course, work release is still under DOC or whatever. You still got to abide by rules.
Rules, yes.
Like, back then, I've known that work release, like, you didn't have a car. You rode public transportation, and not even a cab.
Right.
You couldn't get in the cab.
Oh,
you
wow.
had to be on the bus or the train.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
okay.
You had to be in there like a certain time. Like if you work, say like 6 to 2 or whatever, they probably gave you, like, you probably had to be back in the facility maybe like 8, 9 o'clock or whatever. You had time to like do your laundry and all that.
Yep.
But if you didn't work them days, that day they weren't giving you to go do your laundry. Like I'm confused. Like it's stuff that I'm like, it's kind of strange. Like why would they have work release?
When I ran work release, no, the day that they worked, I let them out earlier so that they can do their laundry and still make it to work on time. If they had a locker or whatever at their employment, they can put their laundry there.
So I just find that's...
Yeah. I did site checks. Like, that was what I loved, too, because, I wasn't stuck in the building. So I could go out and do site checks at each different... So let's say if I had 10 people on work release, guess what? I'm going to 10 different, And
the pop-ups are amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes on weekends, too, I would do it. And they would be like, did I do something wrong?
No, I'm just checking it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think they need. But I think it needs to be in another.
Yeah.
They should have it like in a building. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. A different building. Yep. Yep.
And in that building, make washers and dryers.
Yes. Yes. So then that way they can wash their clothes in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't need no extra time, like an extra day off to do it. But I find out work release, I'm on work release, so like I abide by the rules, but I don't.
Yes. Like doctor's appointments, I always used to try to tell them, if you can't get it on the day that you're working, I'll try to work with them, but I really, really tried to make sure that they handled everything on the days that they were working.
Right.
Now, if they had a doctor's appointment, then of course I would give them that, 4-hour window to get to the appointment and then get back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they would have to bring the doctor's note. Just like if you do a regular work, bring me your doctor's note, you bring me your next appointment date on your card.
Yeah. I just think I don't think a jail per se should be running work release. It's other stuff that the jail have to be mindful of or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, if you violate, you always go right back.
That's right. Yeah.
So the only thing about that is like, the only good thing about if they violate, they come with a dirty urine or whatever, you don't have to transport them from the facility because they're already in the facility. Yes. So you just take them from their special unit and put them back. Yep. Yeah, so, and to me that takes too long too, because if you come back with a dirty urine, there's no investigation. No. Just go back.
That's it.
I'm going to go back, get your stuff. You're going to go into a regular part. Because you messed up. Yeah. So, let me see. What assignment taught you the most?
I don't believe that just one assignment taught me the most. I learned something from each and every assignment that I was detailed that I did. So starting from classifications, when I first graduated from the academy, I went to classifications. So in classifications, I learned how to classify offenders. When I first started there, the inmates were classified by their levels, low, medium, and high. They were sentenced. They were in one unit. If they were high, like medium and high, they were in another unit.
Right.
You had, your workforce guys that were in the unit with the, kitchen workers and the laundry workers. And, all of them, even work release, like all of them were together at one point in time until, they decided to put workforce in one section, work release in one section. And then now, at this point in time, none of the inmates are classified at that level. Like everybody's just mixed up together. But I learned, how to do the orientation, how to just read the inmates when they came in, and I could let the officers know, like, hey, just be careful.
Yeah. And I think that's good. But when you learn all different, like, to me, I like working in the units. I love working in units because you see different ones and you get to know.
Yes.
Like, as far as like intake, when a person first come in the intake, they're mad, they're angry, they frustrated. Some of them don't even know why they're there.
Right.
Some of them were innocent and they just happened to get caught in the middle. So it's all different type of emotions.
Yes.
And they're yelling, they're disrespectful, they're everything. But then 3-4 days later, you see them in the park.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm like, oh, that wasn't you? That was cussing and all that. And they be like, my bad, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm just in here or whatever.
Yes.
And then you see some that come in intake that's so drugged out. So drugged out. And they detoxing, and after they you going through the detox with them, in the medical unit.
Yes.
Then when they get back when they get in the unit, you could be like, oh my God.
A big difference.
A big difference.
Yeah, a big difference.
A big difference. And then you get to talk to them.
Yeah.
Because when they detoxing, they ain't saying nothing to you.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all, yeah.
Then even when they in intake, they're not saying nothing to you. But then you get in a part, then you know, to me, it's like being in a pod, you help more.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
I could call. I like being in a pod because when you're in a pod, you get to communicate with everybody.
Each and every
classification, training, intake. You get to talk to the different supervisors and everything. Because if I'm having a situation, just say an inmate who just came from detoxing and whatever, maybe 5 days she detoxed, and now she's in a regular unit, but she's still shaking and she's still like going, because some people might need 10 days in detox or whatever. Right. Now I call medical. Yeah. And I'm saying to the nurse, because it's different nurses. Yeah. So you get to know the different nurses and see how they run. Well, I'm talking to the nurse and I'm like, she just got out of the back of medical, and could you come down here and check? Yeah. So that nurse might be like, all right. Then you got some nurses be like, there ain't nothing, she faking it. Right. So then I go to my supervisor, which I have a regular supervisor. Just suppose I took my supervisor in, and my supervisor's like, well, did you call medical? I'm like, yeah. Now that supervisor is going to call her supervisor, which is still got to come and ask me, well, what happened? Right. So you get to, then you have people who I could call classification like, this person shouldn't be in a cell with this person. Right. So this is a way we could change it. You got some that say, yeah, not a problem. You got some that say, they in jail, deal with it, whatever. Right. So you get to learn, even working in a pod, I still get to learn different parts of how the jail is ran. You still get to see how the people are, your coworkers are, and the inmates. Exactly. Yeah. So I like just being rounded all around. Like you, no one job. Because I could be in a pod and still learning different stuff. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. When I did investigations, I learned a lot more in investigations too. And then I did compliance. And I really enjoyed compliance too, though. I enjoyed compliance and work release the most. The compliance aspect of it, I was gathering information from each department, right? And if it wasn't to DOC standards, then I would go to that supervisor and say, hey, like, I need more. I need, I need this, and this per DOC. So I really, really enjoyed compliance. You know what I think I would like, I want something that for the officers, a Leon for the officers. I don't know, even if it's a position there, or maybe I have to make a position or something, but I want something like, all right, prime example, the overtime and coming in on your day off and stuff like that. I want something, because it winds up eventually burning officers out and stuff like that. Yeah. Like doing something to it, if you did have to come on your day off, maybe work 6 or 8 hours. Or even in like nights, if another shift is short, then let me make a choice whether I stay to 11. Right. And if I stay to 11 and I got on call tomorrow, or I got to come in the next day, let me come in like 11 to 7. Yeah. Or something like that. I think like officers need a voice. Some officers are scared to speak. Right. I'm not one that's scared to speak. Right. So I would go in to the units and say to the officers, like, what you think we could do here better? And let them write stuff down, or I jot stuff down. What you think will help the facility better? Right. And gather all the information and then go speak to the head people. Like, I think that needs to be done. Yeah. And not, in a lot of facilities, because a lot of, down here, you don't have a union. You don't have a union. So we need to, somebody has to speak up for us. Right. Like, we could talk amongst each other, but if the people who need to hear not hearing it, right, then what's the good of us talking? So I think they need to build some of that. And I also think that positions down here should be like at least 2 years. Like if you sit in a position for 2 years, let somebody apply for it and get it. Move you somewhere else. That way you get to know, because they always say, you move from a part officer to a shift, shift supervisors, and a lot of times you don't really get to go into different departments,
Right.
so you don't see how different departments are really learned.
Right.
And only time you really could learn something is if you on nights. If you on nights, and you gotta be with a team that's willing to show you and help you and take. If I'm on nights and I still gotta make my rounds, I gotta have a team, a partner that's willing to say, well, T, for 2 hours, I'm gonna hold you down.
Right.
Go learn something.
Yes.
And the supervisor be like, well, that's good.
Yeah.
But we don't have a lot of officers willing to take the initiative.
No.
We need more go-getters. We all come to work for a check.
Yeah.
But when you come to work, you gotta not only want the check, but want to do something, make a difference.
Yeah,
absolutely. Make a difference.
Absolutely. I'm fortunate enough to say that I enjoyed the time that when I started, because I had those partners that were like, hey, look, you go first. You go learn this stuff first.
Right.
I'll do your rounds. When you come back, then I'll go. And we meet
in the middle.
Exactly.
And we meet in the middle.
I was fortunate enough to have that, and I'm just so thankful for the people that I have.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's what with any place I work, whether it's a jail, whether it's just a regular work, I always try to be a team player.
Yes.
And especially in any place you need to, but especially when you're working in a jail or the prison or whatever, it's not only teamwork, you gotta be more like family. You gotta watch out for each other. Let me tell you something. My best years was in Rikers Island. I kid you not. I met more people that have literally became family than ever. Like, they call it the wheel. As you will with I was online, I want to say 12 or 14, I can't remember. But you're on a line, so it's a lot of people like, y'all have the same days off.
Right.
Y'all on your days off is your days off. Like, we had 7 to 3.
Right.
So a 7 to 3 could be a 7 to 3, a 8 to 4, a 9 to 5, or 11 to 7.
Yep.
So, but your people was on that. So I might come in 7 to 3, and you might be my 11 to 7. You might be my middle league.
Right.
Or we got the same days off or whatever. Then it could be like, you're on 7 to 3, I'm on midnight. So we on the same wheel.
Right.
So if you wanted days off, you'll be like, T, could you work my 2 nights and I'll work your 2 days. So instead of you having 2 days off, now you got 4 days off. And when you come on your 2 days, you just work 2 shifts. So that was 16 hours. And you was able to go to different things. Like, you missed a lot, but you also was able to do a lot. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We became more like a family. Like, we would do outings together and bring it on our days. Like, you have your kids, I have my kids. Our kids knew each other.
Yes.
It's times like, if I was on 7 to 3 and you was on 3 to 11 and I got stuck, I could be like, yo, Daniel, my mother cooked. Could you go get me some food?
Yes.
Or bring me some food in or whatever. And you'd be like, not a problem. I'm on the road, so I'm just going to bring you something to eat.
Yes.
And I'll be like, well, here's your money. You'd be like, no. And the next day, you calling me like, Thompson, they just stuck me, bring me breakfast. So you became more of a family.
Yes.
To where we at now, it's not as, they trying to make it a family, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not there yet.
Yeah.
And I think if they gave more incentives, if they really heard the officers and stuff like that, and tried to make some change, even if you made change and it didn't work,
right,
we can say we tried it.
That's right. That's right.
We can say we tried it.
Absolutely.
If every time you go to something it's a no, then after a while you lose some morale.
That's right.
After a while you lose officers. After a while people get in that, I'm just coming to work for a check.
And that's
I don't
it.
care.
Yeah.
And it can't be that. Because we work a place that any given day somebody could snap and take somebody's life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it shouldn't be just Officer Appreciation Week where you just appreciate me that week.
Right.
I need to be appreciated every day I walk in that building.
Every day, yes. Yes.
They don't know that the little things means a lot to people. You don't know what I had to do to get to work.
Right.
So you coming in and saying, this is your post, and then how about say good morning? When they come at me like that, I be like, good morning.
Yes. Yes.
They be like, oh yeah, good morning. Now what do you want?
Yeah.
Now what do you want? Like Sunday. Well, crazy me. 4th of July, I had nothing to do, but I knew that the inmates didn't come out because they were short, so I stayed till 11 o'clock that night and still had to get up the next day and be to work at 6:45. So I called my supervisor and I said, I'm running a little late. She was like, no problem, because guess what? She stayed that night with me.
Yes, absolutely.
She stayed that night there with me because the other team that relieved us was short.
Yeah.
So she stayed with me and whatever. She said, well, I got to be here early. And I said, all right. I stopped and I bought 2 dozen of donuts. I stopped, I got donuts, and then I stopped to 7 Brew and bought us some energy drinks for me and my supervisors because we was there and we was working. The officers was like, Thompson, you didn't have to. I said, nah, like, we're going to need this sugar. It's our last day. We're going to need it to burn them. But it's just little things. Not that I have, not that I'm a big boy. And I'm not even a supervisor. I did it. But my supervisor, every weekend that we work, either a Saturday or a Sunday, she buys something to eat. Which you appreciate that. It's either her or the one who work up under her.
Yeah.
You appreciate it. It shows that they appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just little simple things.
Yeah.
Somebody's birthday on your unit, on your team, give them a card. It's like little stuff that means so much. But if officers will do it to each other, then the higher ups will start doing it. Because they'll see that, damn, every time we go to talk to one officer, there's another officer standing there got their back.
Yeah.
Then they'll start saying, well, damn, like, they're more of a family. Let's try to fit in. Let's try to do something to help them out more than just sitting there watching us in the struggle. I know something you want to say.
You know what? It is, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I know.
So, thank you. Thank you for taking your time out and being here today. And hopefully we can do an episode 2.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Yes, ma'am. Episode 2. Yes. But thank you all for watching us, and we will see you guys next time on Beyond the Badge. Take care.